Hi, everybody. How we doing? Okay. So I am 9 minutes late. Sorry. And had a long day, not a long week. I think we're all struggling through them. I'm gonna I guess chat for a second while I wait for people to come on board, and we're gonna do a new month tarot spread, which I shared in the comments when I got the announcement not that long ago, unfortunately. Like literally, I think half an hour ago. It was wild, busy. It's been really busy at the shop, and that's always great. I mean, financially, it's a business, and I'm always grateful. But unfortunately, when my shop is busy, it means people are either in trauma or struggling, and as I always say, witchcraft is the place of last resort. So when they come to my door, especially new people, and we're getting a lot of new people. I think I add, on average, 10 to 15 names to my newsletter every day, people signing the book, never mind people who sign up online on a website. So that's been something. Um, anyway, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I had written something and I had sent a copy of my handwriting. And I had jokingly said, if anybody wants to take a stab at analyzing my handwriting, by all means, feel free. Psychotic handwriting that I have a mixture of printing, handwriting, and I was an executive secretary back in the day. People still took shorthand. That's probably the last of that generation, and so it's a whole mix of my own shorthand. It's I can't read it half the time. It's really awful. And then in walks Marion Doherty came in 2 days ago. I think today, yeah, she came in on Wednesday, and no, she came in yesterday. What am I saying? And did handwriting analysis, and I was trying to figure out ways to use her in the store. And I thought, it's a shorter session. It's like a 15-minute session, but she can read your writing, or she can read, if you bring in a sample of someone's writing, it needs to be a few sentences, but she can analyze that. Anything but children. She can't analyze children because their writing is still evolving. But yeah, that's what's going on there. I wonder what is going on. No one is here. That's weird, but okay. What else can I tell you? Well, people are watching, but no one is in the comments section. All right. Well, thank you. The readings continue. Awful, court corruption. I don't know what I'm more upset about, the current political state of our country, and I'm not going to get into that. Hey, Faith, how are you, honey? Because I keep politics off. I work hard to do that. I'm very political, actually, and I'm proud of myself that I keep it out of the shop and off these videos. But and I keep it off the Facebook page for the shop as well. And there's no, on Talisman and Cauldron's Facebook page, there's no politics. Oh, yay, Christine's here. Baseball kid is here. Hey, guys. All right. But the corruption in the court systems is just, and most of you are aware it's been there. Hey, Fran. Okay, I'm sorry. Rosemary. Okay, gotcha. I'm shaking the table here. I'm sorry. So, the level of real corruption, the lies that are told by attorneys that you've hired to work for you. And I said this to someone today, like, that they work for you. You pay them to work for you. And it's like you've got to basically beg them to do their job. And I get crazy, especially when it involves children in custody issues. Like, I go wild with that stuff. And it made me think of someone that I did a favor for, and a very dear person. I really had been left a condo by her long-term significant other. And I mean, we're talking like 10, 12 years with this person. who had died suddenly. Daughter had inherited a lot of money from this. She got nothing, in that regard. It was fine. But he had left her this condo, quick claim to the condo to her, notarized. It was all set to go. And the daughter contested the condo. Now, she had gotten millions of dollars. The condo was worth maybe $2,000, 200,000. But she was so angry. The father had put the children of this person in the same private school that her kids were going to. So she was very jealous, very angry, and she decided that she was going to get this condo. And she hired attorneys. And when I stepped into this as a friend and as a favor, they were questioning the quitclaim deed, even though it was in fact notarized and it was a legal document. And so the court had said, and the lawyer had said, if you bring the notary back into the courtroom, and this was another state, by the way, the notary lived out of state, they will let this be. And something I don't usually do because I don't trust lawyers. I don't believe lawyers. I think half of what they say is lies. And I'm proud to say that I've helped 3 women get out of bad marriages who thought they needed to get hire lawyers. You don't. You don't have to hire a lawyer to get divorced. Very contentious situation. If you don't have any money or property, they really don't want to represent you anyway. And you don't need a lawyer to do that. The courts will take care of visitation. The courts will take care of all of that. The lawyer really has nothing to do with it. Very little to do with the children. Okay? So instead of listening to my own good instincts, I said, okay, well, then I'll just focus my energy on getting the notary into that courtroom. And I did. And they paid it. And the notary did, in fact, reluctantly, but did get into that courtroom and did sit in front of the judge. But lo and behold, the judge said, still not enough, and found in favor of the daughter, who gleefully took possession of the condo and kicked a mother and 2 young kids out of a condo. It's stuff like that that just sets me off so badly. And I hear these stories every day. And over the past few weeks, it's just getting worse. It's just amping up. And now we have to take precautions. But I'm getting calls every day. What do you think? What do you think? It's nothing. It's a virus. The people, yes, somebody died in England, as Steve Judd pointed out, and he has a really good video on the coronavirus. But 1,000 people died the same day of the flu. Flu kills lots of people. The same people that are targeted the coronavirus, the very old, the very young, people with compromised immune or respiratory systems. And those people need to be very careful and not go out in big groups of people. My understanding, and you can get everything off the CDC site, and you should be getting your information from the CDC. Just go directly there. But I don't think it's going to go into the summer. It's a cold weather virus, I believe. So anyways, get extra toilet paper, get some extra canned goods, have some water in the house. This is not the plague. This isn't going to take us all down. This isn't it. It is a distraction because there's a lot of stuff happening right now, and it's awful. I am tired. I am tired to my bone. I feel like a deflated balloon, and I'm always full of energy. I don't get down by things, but lately, this is just getting to me. The cruelty and the level of meanness and deception and lies and cheating, I just, wow. And it's all being exposed. It's all being, but it's not stopping either. It is just hit after hit to where even I'm like, what do you believe in? Who do you believe? I tell you, get your inner circle close to you and treasure them. Know where your kids are. Don't rely on cell phones. I've said this 1,000 times. Stop relying on your cell phone as a baby. Know where your kids are. Have a place where you meet. If it was an emergency, where would you meet if there was no cell service? Where do your kids go? Know that. Tell them where to meet you. I'm talking to your kids who are driving. I'm talking about your kids who, have some level of freedom. They are still your kids, though. They're not going to know what to do 16, 17, 18 if things really do come crashing down. I'm not projecting that. I'm just saying, have a plan. Have a meetup plan. All right. I'm looking at some comments here. Hold on a second. Hi, Myrna. Hi, Beata. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Well, the court mediators, they're also corrupt. The DCF, it's corrupt. There have been two cases on Facebook where the child was horribly tortured and killed. DCF had been in the house several times, knew the situation, and left the child there. And then in another situation, removed the child, put him in foster care, and the foster mother killed the child. So I don't know. I don't like or trust them. I had my own run-in with them years ago, when my daughter was very, very sick. And I'll be writing about that in my book one day. I promise you. I've done my own dealings with corrupt police and court systems. And I'm a person who doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, has, and there's nothing. I've got a spotless record, and I've dealt with it. And you think everything's okay, sadly, until it happens to you. And all of a sudden, then you're like, wow. And then your eyes get open. And it's too bad that for a lot of us, and myself included, that until it happens to us, we don't believe that. And, I'll segue into metaphysical with that. People, difference between belief and know. So even if you believe, oh, there's a heaven, or I believe, you go on. But until you actually have a metaphysical experience, until you see a spirit, until you have something, it's belief, but it's not, doesn't go into that, oh, I know. Like, I know that we go somewhere. I've seen too much. I've watched the most amazing phenomena with my own eyes. I know that we have aliens that are watching this planet. I know that they've landed. I know that they're in contact with different government agencies. I know this. And, my father, who also didn't drink or smoke, also was straight as an arrow. He had a visit from one of the whites. And I've talked to many people who have described what my dad told me about. And actually, it was my father and my stepmother who were visited. They thought it was an angel when it first showed. I think I've talked about this, and I had a patron come in the shop once, someone new, who discussed a visitation, and it came into the house the same way. It was the same, only it was one of the grays, so not as pleasant to be around. More of an investigation than a visit, But and I do. So England, I posted on Facebook a couple days ago. England just released 30 years worth of UFO and alien materials. Go on my Facebook page and cursor down, you'll find it. And I still believe that this is the year that Russia, China, or America is going to come clean with the involvement. And I think it's going to be Russia, just so they can beat us to the punch. And anyway. So if you guys are tired, if you're feeling it, it's not just me. I always put feelers out. I've got friends all over the country, all over the world, and just kind of checking in, and everyone is feeling the same. This Mercury retrograde, which shouldn't have been that hard to contest with, has been awful. So many things breaking down, so many cars, so many communications. So again, the level of lies and deceit, and that sadly is a Neptune thing. Imagination and God, intuition, creativity, that's all Neptunian, but also addictions and lies and deceit. Think of fog. That's a Neptune fog. So you're never really quite sure what you see when the fog is rolling in, right? And I think that's delusional thinking, all falls under Neptune. So, guys, that's what's going on. It's try to stay in your lane. Try to be clear what you need, what you want from people. And yeah, is it blurry? Okay, I'm sorry. What's going on? It could be here. Our system might be bad. Our internet. We've been having a lot of, well, again, Mercury retrograde. Does it look, guys, does it look blurrier than usual, or does it look, okay, well. All right, so let's talk about the new moon, the new month tarot spread. We're on March 6th. Here we are, going to be on the last leg of the first quarter of 2020, racing towards November and all that. Fun. I'm really worried about either way how the election goes. I'm very concerned. People are now very vitriolic, very angry, very worked up. I can only imagine how this is going to go, regardless of who wins. It's not going to be good. So I would say just keep yourself as clear as possible. This is not a great time to take up drinking. This is not the time for day drinking. Or maybe it's the perfect time for it. I don't know. I don't drink, but this is a good time to eat clean with, hey, hi Lisa. And again, just keep your tight inner circle around you. Okay, and keep your kids close. So Aries, new month tarot spread. All right. Main theme of the month. Well, it doesn't make me laugh. It doesn't make me surprised. The Six of Swords reversed, stuck in place. Advancement not happening. The sense of you can't get something off the ground. Past influence affecting this month. The King of Wands reversed. Well, okay, that's overworking, overthinking. And that's very Aries too. I always say hurry up and wait. Aries, rushes like crazy and then batter down all the walls all the time instead of just taking a breath. It's a real problem sometimes with Aries. So I'm going to say overwork, overthinking, and now it's like, oh man, I can't move forward past this point right now. The roadblocks of March, they're giving me the Three of Cups, which is celebration. So I would read that as saying premature celebration, assuming you have something in the bag, taking it easy too soon. It's not a good idea. Don't assume anything's in the bag until you sign a contract. I learned that from my first husband who was in sales. You never spend your commission until you have it in your bank account. So that's what I'm seeing here. It just don't count your chickens before they hatch. And the possibilities of the month, the Five of Wands reversed. Well, it's a lack of competition. It's a lack of adversity. It could be a month where, yeah, it is the wait part of hurry up and wait, but at the same time, rethink what you're doing. We're still in retrograde. Review your contracts. Review what you want. They'll go over your resume. What were you hoping for? Now we have a full moon coming up, and with regard to the full moon, you want to go back 6 months previously, and where were you at? Because the moons go in these 6-month cycles. Where were you 6 months ago? What were you hoping for? What were you working on? Review that as well, because you should be coming to some sort of culmination with this moon. All right? So that's Aries. Probably not comfortable because Aries is all about action, ruled by Mars, wants to move. But use that time wisely to get things done. All right, Taurus. Main theme of the month, we have the Star reversed. And that's a sense of hopelessness, a sense of, it can be despair, sadness, something that isn't going to happen that you thought would happen, giving up hope on something. Past influences affecting the month is the Eight of Pentacles. And that's education in school. Now the roadblocker, the 10 of Pentacles reversed. So I'm going to say, did you drop out of school? Did you finish your school? Are you working in your degree? And also, are you living where you need to live to do the work you want to do? And I talk about this a lot. You could choose a career that there's jobs, but not in the area you live in. A lot of times things are regional. So these cards would suggest that maybe, Taurus, you have your training, but can you work where you live? That's a problem. The other thing is, can you stay where you are living? The 10 of Pentacles reversed suggests the need to move, but the money isn't there to move. There's not money for the house, in other words. If you're trying to start a home-based business, that's probably struggling right now. If you have renovations to do, again, the money isn't there to do repairs, to do that kind of stuff. And that's a big frustration in March. And the possibilities of the month are that the 8 of Cups reversed, that you're not going to be moving this month, that you are going to be stuck in place longer than you might want to have done. One more card, Emperor reversed. And it does look like work is the issue. Well, the Emperor reversed is two things. One is that work isn't taking off the way it needs to. It also can be a father figure who doesn't want to be responsible. And either way, it's leaving you in a bad position. So Taurus, that rules the second house of money and investments. And homes are investments, and obviously work. It looks like you need to move. I'm not sure you can move in March. A lot of regret here. A lot of regret. That star reversed. I always say the star and the sun are the two best cards in the deck. It speaks volumes. Regret, dashed hopes, sadness. And it may just be that this is a month that you reflect on things you thought were going to happen, things you hoped were going to happen, and they didn't happen. Different but similar to Aries, taking the time to reflect on the past 6 months. Where were you hoping to be? What were you hoping to accomplish? Why didn't you get there? And take a minute so you can make some good, thoughtful plans coming up in April and May. For a lot of people, the second half of this year is going to be better than the first. And I'm going to say May is the beginning of better times for a lot of you. All right, Gemini. The main theme of this month is the Knight of Wands. Creative opportunities coming in. The past influences affecting the month, the Page of Pentacles. That's amazing. This is opportunities coming in, and this is past influences will be about learning or hearing about opportunities to make money. Well, now the opportunities are coming towards you. So you've learned about them, you're thinking about them. What can I do? And here they are coming in. Okay. Roadblock of the month. The roadblock of the month is the 10 of Wands reversed, and that is the straw that broke the camel's back. And the possibilities of the month are the 7 of Swords, which is take what you can and save yourself. So when you put this all together, Gemini, it looks as though opportunities are coming in, again, based on work you've done in the past, that you've investigated, that you've worked on. It'd be like sending out a bunch of, it could be as simple as sending out like a bunch of resumes, and what do you know? Someone calls and says, want to interview you. Okay? Got an opportunity for you. And I'm going to say, yeah, the 3 of Wands, just an extra card to kind of clarify. This is about career. But it may be that to do this kind of work will involve leaving your current employer, obviously. Not always, but it looks as though it's a new opportunity in a new place. And an advancement. but it looks as though you're leaving quickly. So it could be that you work in an industry that when you give your notice, they basically walk you out the door. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for a very quick exit strategy. Right, Gemini? Seems like all of a sudden, bam, we got to do this quickly. And I would also say, with regard to making money, hey, I'm here. Do you want this or not? It's never more frustrating when I do readings for people and I'll talk about something that I see happening or it's right in front of you, it's going on, and they come in 6 months later, 3 months later, and say, well, you said, and yeah, I got this call, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's wonderful. Like, well, I really wasn't ready. I'm like, what? Like, well, I know I said I wanted it, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't go for it. I'm like, okay, okay. And sometimes it's the relationships. I say somebody's going to come back, and oh, that'd be great. Well, I wasn't sure, and guess what? The job's not there anymore. So Laura, when do you see the next one? Like, when do you see an opportunity like that coming in? Well, when is he going to call again? Like, is he going to come back? Like, no. Lightning doesn't just keep striking. No. Sometimes there's an opportunity because now you're ready for it, maybe, and it's wacky. So with Gemini, I'm going to say opportunity comes in. Gemini, get ready to jump on it, okay? All right. What's going on, guys? Hi, Kaylee. Hey, Rox. Hi, Lisa. Is it blurry? Are you guys getting blurry? It does kind of look like a filter, and I don't have any filters on this. And this is a pretty new laptop too. Anyway, okay. Cancer. All right, Cancer. Main theme of the month, the Hierophant reversed. Cancer. I'm going to say getting out of a rut, being unconventional, not doing something different. And I'm saying that because I'm looking ahead at the number 3 card, roadblocks, which is the world. So the main theme is, again, getting out of a rut, doing something different, breaking routine. Past influence infecting this month, ironically enough, the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is very dogmatic, is very militant. This is how it gets done. This is the way we do it. Very logical. Not a lot of room for imagination. I like the King of Swords. Usually a man who's very honest, who's just the facts, nothing but the facts. It's all logic-based thinking and communication. And the roadblock of the month, again, the world. So we have a conflict between logic, the desire to be unconventional, and change everything. A whole new world, a whole new way of doing things. Whether it's a whole new way of eating, living, it usually is living, honestly. Very often it means living in a different place, living in a different way. But the world, I want change. I want this. Now the possibilities of that is the Magician. Great cards. I mean, you got 3 major arcana cards, and the Hierophant reverse doesn't bother me because it just speaks to that unconventional lifestyle. And the Magician would suggest that you can do that, that you have the ability to make this happen. You can pull this off. But the conflict is again moving from very, very structured thinking to, okay, got to think outside the box on this one. It's unconventional. We're doing something different, making changes, whole new lifestyle. It would be like someone saying, you know what, I want to get off the grid. I want to do something different. I want to be out of the city. I want to go rural. I want to go to country. Well, you can do this, but it's going to require creative thinking. All right, what you're looking to do isn't going to happen just by itself, but you have the ability to make this happen. Cancer. It's like you're really. It really does look like a move from city to country. The 7 of Wands, the competition, the strife, the noise, yes, and the 4 of Wands. That's new home, comfort within the home, happy cohabitation. So again, it's like moving into another place, moving out of a toxic, not toxic, stressful. Toxic gets overused, just like narcissist. It's overused. Not every selfish person is a narcissist. Trust me. It's selfish, but we tend to get on these words of the moment and we use them to death, and they're not appropriate. 3% of the population is narcissistic. It's a type of psychotic or psychosis, and it's a mental health issue. It's serious. We can be narcissistic, but to be a true narcissist, that's special. That's special. Unfortunately, they find really nice people because that's what they do. They prey on good people. And nice people who aren't used to being treated that way, who aren't used to that kind of behavior, tend to allow more than they should. Okay, so Cancer, that's a good reading. That's if you're looking to do some big changes, it's there for you. You can make it happen. Okay, Leo. Main theme of the month, the Fool reversed. Not that different than Aries, another fire sign, kind of stuck in place. Okay, I'm here, and the next level up isn't right in front of me. Past influence affecting the month is the Hanged Man. So you've been kind of hanging around for a while now. You've been kind of in suspended animation. The Hanged Man upright is delayed gratification, though, and I like that. It's delayed gratification. It's I have to eat my, food before I have dessert. I have to go to school before I can work in the career that I want. There's things I have to do first before I can move forward. So you recognize that. The roadblocks of the month are the Judgment card. If you're hoping to sign a contract, if you're hoping to, Judgment usually is contract or waiting for someone else to make a decision on your behalf. It looks like it's going to be a fair one. Its Judgment is upright, but since we're calling it a roadblock, I'm going to say it's delayed. All right. The possibilities of the month, the 7 of Pentacles, which is hard work paying off, enjoying the fruits of your labor. So while you're waiting to level up, while you're waiting for that next upgrade, it looks as if, you're working hard, and people are appreciating the fact that you're working hard. The fact that, that there's benefit to what you've been putting through, and if you're in a holding pattern, it is for better things that are coming, and you know that. That's the good thing about the Hangman upright. You're not a doormat. You're not being used. You're just waiting your turn. You're waiting for that, for that dessert to come because you've eaten your dinner, right? I'm realizing I'm staring down a lot, so I'm trying to not do that so much. Okay, Virgo. I'm not trying to rush through these. I am so tired. I was down here till 3 in the morning. A couple days ago, I was here till 1 o'clock. Taxes are due, lots of paperwork, private readings. I'm preparing for natal charts, that sort of thing. And I need to get some sleep before tomorrow shows up. So I'm so grateful. My reader Patty is coming out, and she wasn't originally scheduled to be here tomorrow. So Patty and Pina have it in me on a Saturday. I really don't. That's one day I try not to read at all. Sometimes I do some privates, before or after the shop opens. Because at this point I'm squeezing readings in wherever I can. It's funny, and then I'm grateful. All right, so Virgo. The main theme of the month, the 4 of Cups, which is knowing what you want, and that's a great thing. That's a great thing, because when our magic doesn't work, when manifestation doesn't work, when we feel like we're stuck, a lot of times it's because we don't know what we really want. We think we know what we want, or we know kind of what we want, but true magic requires you to know exactly what you want, exactly how it's to happen, the time frame, all the details around it, because you're basically projecting yourself into that state. You're basically moving forward into that time where you have that job, where that baby is in your arms, where that relationship is in a good place. Of course, you know how I feel about relationship readings and love magic, but that's what magic is you're already there. Okay, it's a little different than vision board stuff, because you do it once and we let it go, as opposed to every day, every day, every day working your vision board. That's I'm not knocking it. Not saying it doesn't work. It's just not part of what my tradition or what I do in terms of magic. And witchcraft is more about one perfect shot, one blast, and it's done, and you put it down and say, okay, I did what I had to do. We'll see what happens. Right? Like you're pulling the slot machine lever, and then you got to let the wheel spin. It's just like that. All right, so you know what you want, Virgo. Past influences affecting this month, the justice reversed. Justice reversed. Unfair situation that you're still dealing with, basically. Roadblock, the Six of Cups reversed. That can be a card of homesickness. It can be a card of looking behind you too long, too much. It can be a card of unhappy cohabitation. Right? Not a great card, and that's the roadblock. And I'm going to say it's spending too much time being homesick, thinking of the past, focusing on unhappy, being unhappy at home, because the possibilities of the month, the Nine of Pentacles, has you really profiting off your hard work. The Nine of Pentacles is a great money card. It's your money wishes coming true. It's your hard work paying off. It's all the work showing up. So, and this, again, in readings, it happens, I'll be talking about career. Yes, it's going. I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that. That's absolutely what's happening. Blah, blah, blah. Great. Going to make a transfer, going to do this, going to do that. And then, well, do you see a relationship in there? It's like, no. No, you're working like 14-hour days. You're getting ready to move, you're commuting, you're relocating. Why would there be a relationship in there? Like, really, why would there be? Not saying it couldn't be, but I don't see it. Why would you want that right now? Well, I just always, but if you're moving, like you're moving out of state, what do you think you're going to meet, like the perfect person? And they're going to be like, well, of course I'll follow you across 4 state lines, uplift my life and uproot and go. No, this is time for this. Everything runs in cycles, and sometimes it's a school and education cycle. Sometimes it's a work cycle. Sometimes it's a making babies and a family cycle. But for you, Virgo, it's a making money cycle, and it's paying off. Like, your hard work is really paying off financially. Don't look backwards. You're not going that way. Something unfair, cohabitation, unhappy. Again, sucks. Reflecting on the past. Don't live there. Don't wallow. Don't, okay, Virgo, keep moving forward. It's about money and money. It's about money. Virgo's Earth, even though they're not Taurus and Capricorn, it's always like cha-ching. Virgo really does want to help people. Virgo really does want, Virgo wants to help people. They really do. I love Virgos for that. They really want, and that's what they do. They live in service, and they when you're with a Virgo, and I've never been with a Virgo. I gotta say, I've never been. I'm a Pisces. I've never been there, but they show they care by taking care of. That's what they do. Now, that's a wonderful thing, but for many, it feels like nitpicking. It feels like, oh my God, you never let things go. No, because they want to be sure you're eating right. They want to take care of you. Yeah. But unlike a Pisces, okay, that's gonna, cut up your food for you, meal prep for you. They're like, no, here, you got the food, make yourself some damn dinner. All right, I got some stuff to do. When I come back, I expect you're gonna eat, and then it feels like it's nagging. A lot of times, Virgo caretaking feels like nagging, and it's not, but it kind of is, okay, because they don't let it go. Why didn't you eat the meal? Everything was there. Why did you make the sandwich? What are you eating chips for God's sake? What are you doing there? And so, yeah. I love Virgos. They make me crazy. And they're like the coolest people. They really are. A Pisces will go to like the homeless under the bridge and bring them food, and talk and cry with them. A Virgo will bring food and also employment papers. They'll be like, okay, and here's where you can apply, because I'm not bringing food to you every day. Okay, I'm bringing you some food now. Now get your ass to this job fair and let's get you a haircut. And here's where you can go. Everything will be written out for you, but you're going to do the work. Virgo will not do your work for you. So Pisces, meanwhile, is weeping, like an ass. Feels so bad for you. It's horrible. Everything's so mean. Like I talked in the beginning, it does. Everything seems so mean. Weep with me. Anyway. All right. So now we're into Libra. Libra, main theme for this month is the wheel reversed. Damn, you guys, man. Wheel reversed. Not moving forward. It's like March has got everybody stuck. Past influence affecting the month, the Page of Swords reversed. Again, action not moving forward. People not saying what they need to say. Communications not flowing quite right. Roadblocks, Ace of Cups reversed. You're not living in a state of love. Libra rules, is the house of love and marriage is Libra's place, the 7th house. They're ruled by Venus, Aphrodite. They love. For a Libra to be unpartnered is usually cruel, frankly. And the possibilities of the month, we have the Empress reversed. This sense of being out of your power, this sense of females that are out of their power. It's just not speaking, not talking. Could be a mother figure. Empress is often a matriarch. Could be an older sister, but someone who stepped into the role of matriarch, if not mother, grandmother. But again, out of power, maybe feeling sick. This whole sense of things aren't going the way you want them to go. The 8 of Swords reversed and the Lovers. Whew. Being unbound to be doing what you love, or being unbound to be with who you love. Okay, so there's a few things. And it could be a terrible, either you could be the female that's waiting for the divorce to be finalized because someone has found somebody else, or you're waiting to be with somebody else. But the idea of being unblocked, unbound, the 8 of Swords is bound. It's reversed. It's unbound, being unbound. So you can be with the one you love, or you can be happy again. But for right now, either you're taking care of someone who needs you. And I'm going to say again that people don't know how hard this is for you. It is going to turn around. You will be free to live in a state of love. You will be free to be happy. But right now, the Tower, shit's falling apart. It could translate out to work, that there's stuff going on at work and it's got to shake out. There's nothing worse than when there's layoffs pending. And right now we have Subway, we have Comcast, there's some big companies here in Connecticut. It's happening everywhere. And when people are afraid for losing their jobs, the environment at work really changes dramatically. Sadly, horribly. Everyone's suspicious, no one's talking, the jokes are kind of mean-edged in my job. But this speaks more to tragedy. And honestly, it seems to be impacting a female, an older female. Or relationship. That something has to end in order for this to be okay and be free to move forward. That's all right. I hope that makes sense to the Libras out there. All right, Scorpio. All right, Scorpios, the main theme of this month is the 2 of Coins, just juggling the money, juggling money. Here we go, right? I'll look at some comments. After I finish Scorpio, I'll look at those again. Past influences affecting this month, the Chariot reversed, having been held back, not being able to move forward. Yeah, that's the past. The roadblock, the 6 of Swords reversed. Again, it has any kind of travel put on hold. any kind of recreation is put on hold. I'm going to say again, it's there's just either not the money to do it or not the time. Possibilities a month of Seven of Cups. Not my favorite card, I'm not going to lie to you. And the High Priestess. Possibilities a month, Scorpio is what you do best. And you hate it, but you're best at it. No one cuts through the bullshit like a hot knife through butter, like a Scorpio does. And Scorpio, this month in March, that's going to be like you'll be cutting your teeth on this shit. The High Priestess covering the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is delusional thinking. It can be addictive thinking. It can be, it can be Alzheimer's, but it usually is the kind of thinking is not any sort of logic. It's thinking that is issues. Again, effects of drugs and alcohol, and that's nothing worse than trying to argue or debate or discuss or even make a plan with someone who's half in the bag, okay? Or someone who is psychotic, having a meltdown, off their meds, and yet here it is. And Scorpio as the High Priestess, you're calling upon all of this is not something you can handle with logic. You've got to intuit your way through this. How much is true? Where's the reality? And what do you do with it? But what's your role in this? Queen of Pentacles. Don't lose sight of the fact that you got to work. And because it's laying next to these cards, I'm going to say someone might be asking you for money. Some might be by insisting they need money from you. And I think you need to really reflect on where that money's going and how that money's being spent or what they want the money for. Okay? And that's going to be tough. Really tough. I'm not even saying you're not going to give it to them, but again, it looks like money and the nine of swords reversed. So it may be for nothing, maybe just fine, but your antenna are up on this. Okay, your antenna are up, and you're suspicious. And when Scorpio smells smoke, there's usually a fire. Okay. All right, what's going on here, guys? Christiana, you're from the Virgo, huh? Yeah, never. Oh God, you are. You Scorpios, you're getting no breaks. I want to cry every time one of you guys comes in for a reading. I want to cry. And I'll be honest with you. Lately, I'm seeing a lot of Tauruses. Scorpios, yeah, I do. When Scorpios come in, it's tough because they don't particularly love being read. They're fascinated by it, but they're used to doing it themselves. So for a Scorpio to come in, sit down and say, read me, they're saying, I've hit a wall. Okay? I've hit a wall. I can't be objective. I need validation. I need, and that means that they're in some kind of crisis. And it's never going to be an easy crisis, Scorpios don't, most Scorpios, especially if they're coming in my shop, that means they're already, elevated. They're already there for the most part, really. People come in the shop. That's I always say I'm so blessed because I get to, basically, preach to the choir. I don't have to convince anybody because I don't advertise. Come to the shop, don't come to the shop. We keep a very low profile. China and I were just talking earlier. We have churches all around us. We are in the community. We don't want any problems, and we keep a very, very low profile. And so we're not in your face or anything. Come in, don't come in. That's on you. But the Scorpio issues, the Scorpio problems, Taurus as well. And it's interesting because Taurus and Scorpio are polar opposites, and yet I'm seeing some of the same problems. I'm seeing a lot of Tauruses. Of course, I'm seeing a lot of Pisces because it's March, it's the birth month, so everyone wants birthday readings. Seeing a lot of people who are making big U-turns in their life. Thought they were going to go one way, thought they could make it work, thought they could be happy, whether it's a marriage or it's a career or it's education, and they're just like, nope, Can't do it. Nope. It's like we call downloads. It's like a flash of I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And the only thing I'm going to say is, again, with this environment, almost to the end of the year, with Pluto and Saturn being so conjunct, so Mars moving into Capricorn very soon, there's no room for lies. Just be honest. This is not the time to cheat. This is not the time to lie. Just be honest. This is what I need. This is what I want. This isn't working. This has to change. Just be honest. The fewer words, the better. But don't lie, because it's just not going to work out. All right. Yeah. All right. So that's Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius. Sag. It's funny because I've had some Sag men come in for readings, so this is interesting. Main theme of the month: Queen of Wands. Okay, so work is Queen of Wands. I love the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is friendly and hardworking, but not the overworker. The Queen of Wands reversed is the female workaholic, but upright. The Queen of Wands. I'm showing our cards here a little bit because they're so pretty. Queen of Wands is friendly, respected at work, happy worker, the team player. Just as most Sages are. They're friendly people. They're ruled by Jupiter. Very expansive. Everyone's a friend. Past influence affecting this month: the Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles, and the roadblocks, the Three of Swords. Possibilities, the Devil. So where I'm seeing past influences is where you either shared money, gave money, helped out with money generously, as Sages are, very generous. Not that different than Scorpio. How interesting, where Scorpio is like, where's the money going? What do you need money for? Sag is like, fuck, I maybe you loaned money to somebody, or you thought you were partners, thought you were, in this together, and then you found out, oh crap, they made off with the money, or they used the money for something else. God, I hope bills are getting paid. But the Two of Wands reversed, again, partnership broken. This is somebody where you go into business together, and one of you is handling like sales and marketing and setup, and one of you is handling like the accounting and the banking and the money and the payroll, and this person over here is double dipping, yeah, and that's bad. Two of Wands reversed. It's being unsupported. It's a partnership you couldn't trust. Something toxic that you didn't see coming. Maybe you thought you were sharing something, and it was like, and that sucks because Sag is so optimistic. Sag also has a certain innocence. They're really not, for being as philosophical and big thinking and educated and traveled. Sagittarius tends to look at things on a surface level. You're coming off of Scorpio that dives so deep. Scorpio is just so deep. Sag is like, let's just have fun and see where it goes. That's, Sag is that sign like Aquarius, like Gemini, big breakup. Hey, can we still be friends? Want to pop them in the throat. But they're like, yeah, but we're still good though, right? Like, they just, that optimism, it's those three signs, Gemini, Aquarius, and Sag, very similar. They get along really well. Because when it's done, and they're ready to move forward. They're okay with that. They might cry, that'd be sad, but when it's really over, they're gonna on to the next adventure. And here, Sag, I'm seeing you not quite there yet, and you're questioning partnership. You're questioning sharing. You're questioning if you can share, and it may be something you thought this was something that you'd be doing together. Okay, I can think of someone. I'm not gonna say their name. And this is but this speaks to this, okay? was with someone for a very long time. We're going to go into a cannabis product together. She spent a lot of time helping with the creation. When it was presented, it's like, help me, we'll do this together. You'll get a piece of this, Okay, great. And because it was, again, getting the oils right, getting the smell right, it was a wonderful product. And when it was nearly done, and then it came to naming product, and she was like, oh, it's like, what do you mean? Like, this isn't yours. Why would your name be on it? Why would you think you could help with that? And she's like, no, my name, but just, I just had some idea. What do you got ideas for? This isn't anything to do with you. You're not part of this. And it was completely, I know the person. She did not lie. It was like, oh, do this with me. We're going to do this together. This is a shared project. We're going to, after being with someone for a long time, you trust them, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not part of this. Okay, great, and that's good. All right. Okay, that energy is what I'm seeing here. You thought you had something happening, and you don't. And it's like egg on my face, huh? I thought we were, And it may be that person really wanted to take advantage of you. This person took advantage of my friend, used her knowledge of creating oils, incenses, putting together beautiful smells to create a product, that was very unique. And then said, I never said we were going to do this together. I never said you were part of it. Yeah. Okay, Sag. So I'm going to say, for this month, look at your partnerships. Look at your coworkers, look at your boss, look at your relationships. Make sure that you are on an even keel. Make sure you're on the same page, because there's a chance you might not be. No one likes to waste their time, and no one likes to feel like they got used. Nobody likes that. All right, Capricorn. Oh boy, the main theme of this month, Page of Cups reversed, and that's usually a child, sometimes anxious, depressed. It also can be relationship that isn't going to be helped. The Page of Cups, pages bring in news. They're also often children. But they speak to depression, they speak to sadness, they speak to, concerns around a child and a child's mental health, or a relationship that maybe isn't getting off the ground the way it needs to. And that could even be a friendship, but again, there's an aspect of sadness around it. Past influence affecting this month is the Knight of Pentacles, money coming in. Okay, fresh money, new money, job money, there it is. That's a big part of this month, money coming in. Roadblocks, the Eight of Wands reversed, delays, career delays, and the possibility of the month, the Three of Pentacles, which is training, which is education, all geared to money and making money. So for you, Capricorn, I'm seeing career going very well, but I'm seeing a young person, could be a child, could be a young friend, could be a relationship you thought was going to be romantic that isn't. Friendship is not friends with benefits. It's just friends. There is no, I don't see romance there. But very often it'd be worry about and concern about a child. Now, doesn't mean you need to be concerned. Doesn't mean the child's in danger. But at the foundation, the main theme of March is around a child, concern around a child, and a child's mental health. And change, the Death card reversed, the Hermit reversed, the sense of isolation, and the desire for changing. So, and the Hermit is someone who's pushed people away, who's deliberately stayed away. But the Death card reverse is saying, maybe you don't want to do it anymore. Okay, maybe whether it's a relationship or a child, maybe you're tired of backing away. I hear a lot of people, a lot of men especially, in a divorce are really afraid of messing up their kids. So they'll back away, throw themselves into work so the mothers can have the children, and they don't want to upset children. They don't want to. And honestly, it's not the best way to go. When I'm in a reading with a man like that, I'm like, you know what? Your kids need you. And even if you made mistakes in the past, I mean, they still need their father around. They still need your influence. And make a phone call. Start stepping up the communication. Men, and think about this. When it comes to writing thank you notes, when it comes to maintaining conversation, that usually falls on the woman. And we're used to that. Reaching out, keeping the connection going. And then I have women who come in the shop and get a reading, and they're like, well, I'm not going to call first. I'm not going to call first. I'm not going to, nope. I reached out. I'm not going to do it again. I'm like, why not? Like, nope, that's chasing. I'm like, no, chasing is calling like 5 times a day. And, that's chasing. Reaching out and saying, hey, how are you? Thinking about you. That's not chasing. That's just reaching out. But women get stubborn on that. In this instance, a lot of times men don't realize that relationships, the text, hey, how are you? The note that shows up, women are great for that. Mothers are great for that. Little post-it note, proud of you, but we don't see men doing that so much. So I'm going to say for the Capricorn men out there, it's time to reach out. And if the Capricorn woman, it's time to reach out. Time to let yourself know you've been isolated, and I think you want to end that now. Okay? That's how I read those cards. And and I'm going to go back and say, even if it's a relationship or friendship that maybe someone was depressed, sad, you stepped away to give them space. Okay, but no, don't do that. It's time to get back involved. Okay? You can give someone too much space. I say, text them 25 times. Let them know that you're crazy. Let them know. I would. I'm like, you're not going to ignore me. Okay, so the main theme of the month for Aquarius, the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is usually a man who's holding himself in reserve, keeping his feelings to himself. Here's the picture, so you get a visual on that. Okay? Now, a lot of people read this card. We were talking about this in the shop. Really, it is fuzzy. I'm sorry. It is very fuzzy. The traditional 9 of Cups is a man who's proud of his accomplishments. He's sitting there going, yes, behold all of my cups. These are all of my cups. I don't read it that way. To me, cups are emotions, and he's sitting there in front of them, and the chair is blocking, and he's saying, I'm not sharing everything with you. Okay? I'm not. And Aquarius doesn't. Aquarius likes their autonomy, and Aquarius always keeps something back. It's very rare for Aquarius to be completely forthright. They're Aquarius and Pisces are the last 2 signs of the zodiac. The signs get more and more convoluted as they go through. And by the time they reach the final 2, you got 2 head cases here. I'm sorry. Aquarius and Pisces, you're loopy a lot of the times. I'll own it. Aquarius, the beautiful mind people, all logic, all wrapped up in their head, their thoughts. And you have Pisces who's all wrapped up in everybody else's thoughts, so it's fucking nuts. So anyways, we got this male energy. I'm not sharing everything with you. Past influence affecting the month is the Sun. Success, things have gone really right. And on the roadblocks, it's King of Pentacles. Money, making money. Okay, so here it is, Aquarius. So yeah, great. Financially doing well, money going well, no problems there. You're not going to be homeless. You're certainly not missing any meals. But the possibilities of the month is the 9 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the 9 of Swords reversed. Moving on past disappointments, which probably no one even knew you were, because you're keeping it all to yourself. Throwing yourself into your work, throwing yourself into your success, and you're great at what you do. Most Aquarians really are. They are brilliant. And yet, the 9 of Swords reversed, anxiety that again, no one knows, because you're keeping it all to yourself, or you're involved with a man who's keeping it all to himself. Aquarius. And unfortunately, it's about distraction. It's about, okay, I'll ignore the fact that I'm having feelings and throw myself into work, and I won't pay attention to the fact that I'm actually missing somebody, or I'm actually, you know, lonely, or I'm actually, and I gotta say, yeah, lonely, yeah, sure. That maybe I'm not living the life I thought I would be living. A lot of us are looking at that right now. This isn't where we thought we'd be. A lot of us didn't think the world would look like this. Didn't think the situation would be like this. A lot of us, they go, damn, how the hell did this freaking happen? You know? I'm like, that's the man. 2 divorces. I'm like, the fuck happened here? You do. You sit there and go, like, oh my God, how did this happen? I remember my mentor, Judith, years, I was married to my first husband, and things were starting to tank, but not really. It was, I knew something was wrong and it wasn't right, but I was determined, to make a family. I was determined, like many people, you're just going to stick with it. Damn it, that's what you do. Good times and bad times, even if it is always bad times, you're going to stick with it. Make it work. Keep your family together. I remember her talking about doing what she does. And I'm like, what? Reading cards in my home? I mean, because she had a room in her house in Fairfield. And she goes, no, honey, I'm seeing you with a shop. I'm like, shop? I hate retail. I'd never go into retail. Yeah, kids. Why would I do retail? I did retail in high school. Why would I ever own it? She's all the little shops, all the windows, so pretty. I'm seeing, I'm like, okay, you know what, Judith, you're off your rocker, because I'm like, okay, that's great. I'm never going to do that. I'd never open a shop. That funny? Yeah. All right. And you go, how'd I wind up here? I'm not saying it's a bad thing being here. I'm just saying, how the hell did I wind up here? So, okay, on to Pisces. Pisces. Main theme of the month is the moon. That figures. Everything, intuition, secrets. I always look at the full moon as being a secretive time, and not everything's been revealed. Even though the full moon illuminates, it also leaves a lot of shadows, so you're never fully sure. It's like when you're driving at night. It's like this, you go to the same streets that look totally different. I get lost at night all the time. The landmarks look different. The street signs they're there, but you can't read them the same way, right? Houses look different. That's how I see the moon. The full moon is things are still not all being revealed. When it's reversed, it's like, well, there you go. Some secrets been let out of the bag, but you're still in that weird time. Past influence affecting this month: the Queen of Cups, motherhood, Queen of Cups. And I say that because roadblock, 5 of Pentacles, money getting better, and the drive to make money getting better. Here's the deal. The possibilities of the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups, talk about your 2 different sides of your personality. Queen of Cups, light, happy, loving, kind, emotional, mothering, nurturing. Queen of Swords. Many call this, and I don't, because women are not dogs, we're not bitches, but many readers call the Queen of Swords the bitch card. Look at her, okay? She ain't playing games. Like the facts, logic. This is the mom who's like, okay, figure it out for yourself. All right? You got this, okay? This is the mom that looks at your report card and says, explain these grades to me. Sit down, we need to talk. That's Queen of Swords stuff. Okay? So I'm going to say for Pisces, seeing that we have possibilities in past, it's that nurturing kindness with cold logic, which is not our forte, by the way. And it all is too for business women who work. When you're home, you need to be at work. When you're at work, you need to be home. It's a constant juggle. In this case, though, I'm going to say that the role of mother is diminishing. The role of nurturer is diminishing. and the role of businesswoman, the role of logic, the financial aspect of things, and many Pisces make wonderful businesswomen. Don't be fooled. We can turn the intuition in a different direction, and we're actually, a lot of us are excellent businesswomen. Lori Cabot is the Queen Witch of Salem, and she made Salem. Pisces made Salem, made that place. First witch shop. Queen Latifah, another Pisces woman. I'm brain dead. I can't even. And I like many Pisces. I love talking about Pisces people. God help us, Pisces people. George Washington was a Pisces. Of course, we know Jesus was a Pisces. They're not revolutionaries the way Aquarians are. People, but they still forge them. And also very often, this is the sad thing, Pisces. And I'm remembering someone talking about Lori Cabot, who certainly is a crone at this point, older, has been ill. And by the way, if anyone is interested in witchcraft, anyone that wants to make a study, I always say, go on YouTube, look up Lori Cabot. That's Laurie. Her videos are phenomenal. She made a series of videos over a course of time. There's quite a volume there, but featuring her shop, but on oils, on crystals. And they're all like 10, 12 minutes long. They're short bites. She's a superb speaker, wonderful presentation, very appropriately theatrical and dramatic. Like the lighting is right, the way she showcased things is right. So I really suggest those videos are wonderful. Here, yeah, less of the mothering and more of the logic. Okay. I'm going to say that's what I'm seeing for Pisces. Moving forward with less care for well, listen, looking at the bottom line. Okay. And I think I was going someplace else with that, and I just completely lost it. I'm so sorry. This is rocking. Guys, what can I say? There's a full moon coming up. The 9th. What did it say? This is the 6th. So Monday is the full moon. If it's a clear night, I throw yourself through it. Just clear yourself out. Just like we clear our rocks, we clear our crystals, we clear our ritual tools. It's a good time to do some spring cleaning. Brush some stuff off, dust some things off, get them under the full moon. Charge them up. Your wand, be some, whatever you got going on there. Get under the moon. Get yourself under the moon. All right? Clear yourself, clear your energy, reflect. It's a great time to reflect. A lot of us are being held in place, so there's nothing else to do but reflect. It's like being a prisoner. All you can do is sit there and think about what you've done, what you were hoping for, what you want to do. That's okay, because retrogrades are all about that too. It's a time of planning and reflection and thought, so that when that thing releases, you can move forward. Also want to recommend that you go and check out some of Steve Judd's videos if you haven't. Steve Judd, Judd, astrologer, on YouTube. Brilliant videos. And I think I referenced a few of them online on Facebook, but check out, that's my favorite online astrologer. And again, his videos are usually 15 minutes long. He does short ones that are right to the point. He goes there. He's over in England, so it's a whole different perspective, and I appreciate it. So let's just see here really quickly. You're right, George. There's never a good time to cheat or lie, but the fact is there's some times where you're going to get revealed, and this is one of them. Thanks, George. All right, Debbie. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. All right, Christy, thank you. I always say, if you ever want to come back to the fold, Christy, you're welcome. Watch your little videos too, and check out your site. So, all right, everyone, deep breath. Retrograde's going to be over at some point here. We get through the shadow. It's not going to be an easy year. We just keep getting things thrown at us. It's just constant get enough sleep, eat right, take care of yourself. I'm going to say again, because I should hear it for myself, get enough sleep. I'm bad for that. That's got to stop too. Right? You can't lose weight. You can't stay healthy if you don't sleep. You can't lose weight if you don't. When children grow, you got to sleep. And I just over and over and over again. If you're having problems, message me. I'll send you my sage and salt bath papers. Some ideas for people who are going through nightmares, bad sleeping patterns, and get you some help. Right? And everyone behave. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.